Oh, Christmas tree, it's time to chop one down now.
Nice.
Thank you.
But before you pick out the perfect one, have you ever stopped to think about what goes into growing them? As Melissa Cole found out, they don't just sprout up in a couple of years in perfect shape.
There are thousands of Christmas trees at Red Hill Tree Farm in East Windsor. It's Mike Sen's family farm. They'll have some pre-cut trees, but most people these days want to chop down their own.
How long does it take for them to pick out the right tree?
When you've got somebody may come in 5 minutes, they're done, and other people come at noontime and don't leave till 4.
Something that you might not realize, it actually takes 10 or more years to grow that tree you pick. John Simakowski, president of the Connecticut Tree Growers Association, tells us more about the process.
It takes about 10 or 15 years to grow a Christmas tree. And most people have a tendency to think that Christmas trees are, you put them in the ground, you come back in about 10 or 15 years and you pick up a tree, and that's not how it works.
It's a lot of work involved.
It's a lot of work.
Another interesting fact, the trees grown and sold in Connecticut are not actually native to our nutmeg state.
They're not indigenous to Connecticut. And so as a result, in the state of Connecticut, we have pests that we have to deal with. We have funguses that we have to deal with. We have to deal with weed control when we plant trees. The past few years, we've had issues with droughty conditions.
Planting trees in the springtime with drought conditions is tough because the trees need water to grow properly.
Do we have any native Christmas trees in Connecticut?
We do. They're called the white pine.
Does anybody want those?
People like white pines, but the issues with white pines is their droopy branches.
White pines don't hold the ornaments, so eventually Fraser firs took over as the popular tree for farms to grow and for people to welcome into their homes. Fraser firs are from the mountains of North Carolina. Blue spruces are also popular, and those come from Colorado.
This is a Colorado blue spruce.
Okay, this is prickly.
When you go to shake its hand, it's going to hurt you.
If you have cats, this is a good one because they won't try to climb it. Plus, it will hold super heavy ornaments.
The tree right behind you is a Fraser fir. When you go to shake its hand, you can take your gloves off.
It's totally fine.
And they're totally soft. Most Connecticut residents will be buying fir trees. It's a popular tree. It's a stiff branch. It's a nice, full-looking tree when trimmed. And it's got a nice scent to it.
Yeah, it smells nice. It smells like Christmas.
A lot of these trees are ready for Christmas now, but there are also some that still need years until they're grown. Like this little guy who's just about 3 or 4 years old. And trees don't naturally grow into perfect shapes. They're groomed that way, and it takes a lot of time.
Each one of these trees gets individually trimmed.
Every year, yes.
In the summertime.
Yeah, you have to go through every one and do some shaping on them. Sometimes it's just a couple little nips here and there. Other times you may spend 30 seconds on one tree just going around it and, trimming it.
If you're buying your tree on the earlier side, here's a tip from Mike.
If you do buy them that early and you don't want to put them up, just tell people, put them in a bucket of water sitting in your garage. When you're ready, just put them up and ready to go.
And John has some advice, too.
Walk around in the field, realize the area that you have to put a Christmas tree in when you're buying a Christmas tree, because the tendency is to buy a bigger tree than what you really can fit in your house or need for your house.
You get it home and all of a sudden it doesn't fit
It's not so much
your...
a buyer beware as just be, just be cognizant of the area that you need in your house to put a Christmas tree to fill it up, because these things are a lot bigger than you think they are.
I have made that mistake before. So people really need to appreciate the Christmas tree that they have in their house and realize how much work it took to get it there.
Right, all those years making it or growing it, and then you've got it in your house a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and it's gone.
Yeah.
It's worth it, though. Mike says he loves meeting the families who are buying his trees.
Different kinds of people and families you see every year. Then another problem maybe is the trimming, because it's sort of tranquil. You're out here, you're not making any noise, you're just walking along trimming trees, and as long as nobody's bothering you, it's like you can have your own little world going on.
Oh, the smell, Kara, just the smell of a fresh-cut Christmas tree.
I saw a lot of people out there getting their trees this weekend.
Right. All right. The Red Hill Christmas Tree Farm is located at 37 South Main Street in East Windsor. Happy shopping.